Once upon a time in the enchanting kingdom of Elandria, there was a wise and just king named Alexander. He was admired for his benevolence and wisdom, but there was one thing missing in his life: true love. Far from the opulent palace where King Alexander resided, in a humble village at the outskirts of the kingdom, lived a young and kind-hearted girl named Ilara. She was known for her beauty, not in terms of riches or finery, but for the radiance of her spirit. Ilara's days were spent helping her ailing mother and playing her violin in the village square to bring solace to the weary souls who passed by. One sunny morning, King Alexander decided to take a stroll through the village, hoping to learn more about his subjects and their lives. As he wandered, the melodious strains of Ilara's violin caught his ear, drawing him like a moth to a flame. He stood hidden behind a tree, mesmerized by her music and her grace. Ilara noticed a crowd gathering around her, their faces filled with wonder, but she couldn't see the king. When she finished her performance, a round of applause filled the square, and a few coins were tossed into her humble wooden case. Among the admirers was a stranger who had recently arrived in the village. He was a dashing but deceptive man who had heard of the king's quest to find a suitable queen. Seeing an opportunity, he whispered in Ilara's ear, "Would you like to meet the king and be his queen? I can arrange it for you." Ilara, never one to dream of such luxuries, was torn. Her heart yearned for a simpler life, but the stranger's words stirred a longing she hadn't known she had. Days passed, and the stranger arranged an audience with King Alexander, presenting Ilara as a potential queen. The king, captivated by her beauty and humility, was intrigued. He spent time with her, discovering her true essence and the kindness that radiated from her like a beacon of light. As Ilara and King Alexander spent time together, their hearts found solace in one another's presence. They laughed, shared stories, and dreamed of a kingdom where love and kindness reigned supreme. But soon, the stranger's true intentions were revealed. He demanded riches and power in exchange for allowing Ilara to marry the king, and he threatened to reveal her humble background if his demands were not met. Upon hearing this, King Alexander was furious, for he valued honesty and purity of heart above all else. The stranger was banished from the kingdom, and the king declared his love for Ilara, vowing to make her his queen. In a grand ceremony, before the entire kingdom, King Alexander and Ilara were Wednesday. The people of Elandria rejoiced, for they saw in this union the embodiment of true love and the qualities they admired in their beloved king. The kingdom of Elandria prospered under their rule, not just because of the king's wisdom, but also because of the love and compassion that now reigned in his heart, thanks to his beloved Ilara. And so, a humble girl from a village and a wise king from a grand palace lived happily ever after, proving that love transcends status and that the purity of the heart is the greatest treasure of all.